Hi guys, this is Lenny, and we are here with Michael from Arch Enemy. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks. Good to be here.
I'm glad to hear that. So of course now you guys have your new album out, Chaos Legions, and I know you'll be starting to promote that. I believe was it July 1st. You guys are going on tour.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing dates for about a month now already. Just, we have a lot of festivals in Europe to do over the summer, and that's what we've been doing since the beginning of May, really. So, yeah, just being out here playing festivals and making new friends.
That's always good. I know in the U.S. we don't really have the festivals like there are in Europe. I mean we have like Mayhem Fest and Ozfest and stuff, but not quite the same. Really, how does it like compare playing in Europe to playing in the U.S.?
Well, I mean, once you get into, when we do our own club shows, it's a very similar thing, playing in the U.S. or playing in Europe or in Asia or South America or anywhere. But with the European festivals, that's quite often outdoors and in the summertime, and there's just a lot of bands. Like last weekend, we just played, Judas Priest and White Snake and bands like that. And then you got like everything from extreme black metal to White Snake basically on one bill. So I mean, and it's just amazing, There's just I don't know, a lot of people there, and it's just a really good time. So it's just a nice opportunity to just sort of discover new bands and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, playing in America, we've done like festival tours. We did like something called Gigantour that Dave Mustaine put together. We also did the Ozfest and stuff like that. But that was like a traveling festival with the same bill every day. No, I mean, we love playing everywhere in every kind of scenario. We like playing, we don't like playing just for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. We like to play longer shows. So
Yeah, I know. I went to, and many of the other people here at WSU. So you guys last year was in February at the Best Buy Theater, and I know you guys were playing with Exodus and Arsis, and it was a awesome show. And a lot of people here are looking forward to see you guys again playing there. And it just I guess it's always nice to have European bands come here and just change it up. I feel like it's always a different atmosphere when bands from other places come to play in the U.S. It changes it up a little bit. I know a few people here went to Wacken last year and said it's similar but different, and it's just I guess it's just a change of pace.
Absolutely, yeah, it's great for us too. Because I mean, the American fans. I mean, metal in America is kind of underground right now, but the fans are very dedicated, and we love playing for them and meeting them and everything. So it's a nice thing for us. We love coming over to the U.S. and playing shows as well. It's always been fun. We've been doing that for a long time now. I mean, we started, or ever since Angela joined, really, the band over 10 years ago now. I think our first ever show with her was actually in Los Angeles. So that's where she made her debut on stage with us. So yeah, we've been coming over. We've done a lot of different tours. We've been really lucky. We've done lots of cool tours, like I said, with Megadeth and Ozfest. We also did a Slayer tour, and we played with the really cool bands, and we've also done our own headline tours. And Canada as well is amazing for us. So yeah, it definitely makes sense for us. We're going to keep coming over as long as you guys want to see us.
I know a lot of fans of the station, and me too would love to keep having you guys over here. Something else I want to ask you about is, of course, about the new album. It came out a few weeks ago here in North America, and first time in a few years that you guys have released new material. Of course, The Root of All Evil had some re-recorded tracks, some unreleased tracks, and then you had your live album before that. So how was it to really get back in the studio and just have a completely fresh new album come out?
Oh, it's really cool. I mean, we've been wanting to do this for a while. It's just that we couldn't stop touring. We just kept getting offered new things all the time, and we just thought it would be cool to go out and play a lot of places that we haven't played before. Places that we hadn't reached before. Very exotic places around the world. But when we done all that, we realized it was time to make a new album, and we never intended to be a 4-year gap between the real sort of new studio albums. Rise of the Tyrant in 2007, and then Khaos Legions in 2011. But it just happened that way, and I think the album's got a lot of variation, a lot of depth that you can find on Khaos Legions, because we took it was written over a longer time period, basically.
I know here at the station, the single that we've been pushing at least is Yesterday is Dead and Gone, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback from fans, and it's been a pretty popular song that's been requested. Now, I mean, of course, the album is much longer than just that. What track do you guys feel is possibly maybe the strongest or the most well-received track off the new album?
Well, that's been really interesting, actually, with this record, because every interview we do, it seems like they've got a different favorite. Not like sometimes when you put out a record, everybody's talking about 2 tracks or 3 tracks, and it's always the same tracks that keep popping up. This time around, it seems like it's like, everybody's got different favorites. So it's, I guess that means it's a very strong album, but also quite diverse, I guess.
Yeah, oh no, definitely. I mean, I own it and I've listened to it, and I'm definitely loving it. And so are the people here that listen to WSU. And when you have a large fan base like our station does, and it's a large different group of people extending from anywhere from your post-hardcore fans all the way to your death metal fans, and you're getting a good reception across the board. It's always it's always very nice. Something else I was wondering that I was reading up about was the artwork for the album. That is there any special significance among it's you've got the zombies with the hazard masks on carrying the flags, somewhat different than what your older album artworks have looked like.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted something different for this album, because we just felt we didn't really want to have a similar look. We thought we'd been away for 4 years. We wanted to come back with something very strong, very epic, and also have something that represented the album, I guess a little bit reflected some of the lyrics, but also had kind of encapsulated what this album is about musically. Which is, I mean, we're kind of delving quite deep into more traditional heavy metal stuff on this album. A lot of our early influences, maybe not as a band, but individually, bands like Judas Priest and things like that influenced us growing up, and so we wanted more of that kind of cover, or a very big, powerful cover, and I think we managed to come up with that.
Yeah, I know. Looking at it, it's like, wow, this is awesome. Just looking at the cover and hearing the title of the album just kind of makes you want to listen to it. I get excited. I'm like, Khaos Legions, Khaos with a K on top of it. This is gonna be good. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Just from when I heard it was coming out, and it felt good. Last thing I want to ask you about is basically what do you guys see doing? Of course, you're going to be touring for a while, promoting this album in the future, and I guess what do you guys see that you're going to do? What can our fans expect from you guys in the near future?
Well, I mean, as far as your listeners go, I mean, all I can say is that we're going to be. We've got a tour booked. The tickets are on sale now for the U.S. and Canada, and it's a really cool bill. I think it's us headlining, and then we got Devil Driver, Skeleton Witch, and a band from Taiwan actually called Catonic opening up, and I think it's a really strong bill. So I'm excited about that, and that starts up in early September in the U.S.
Yeah,
the East Coast.
I know. I saw that bill, and Devil Driver and Skeleton Witch are bands we play on the station now. Chthonic, I've seen them before, but not many people have heard of them. What was it your choice to add them onto the bill? And because I mean,
it was. They're actually friends of ours, and we basically wanted. They're a really cool band, and they're doing something very different, I think. So.
Yeah, I know. I've heard their music, and I saw them at Ozfest in 2007, and it
Yep.
just to see them on the bill, I was a little surprised. Of just people wondering, hey, Devil Driver Skeleton, okay, Chthonic, like I mean, I like them, I enjoy their music, but it threw me off a little. So people were just wondering. I figured I'd ask, and
Yeah.
and see.
No, I think I'm really excited about the bill. I like all the bands. I think every band is like really strong in its own right, musically, and just everybody's going to bring their own a really cool thing to the night. So it's going to be it's a strong metal bill, extreme metal package, I think. So very excited about that tour.
Thank you very much for
Cool.
the interview, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys in September when you get to New York.
Awesome. Thank you very much for the support. We really appreciate it.